The moment the Supreme Court ruled to overturn Roe v. Wade, the pro-abortion industry began making claims about what was going to happen next. They said women won't be able to receive medical care for pregnancy complications. They told us to delete period tracker apps for fear of prosecution. They even said women are nothing more than fetal vessels without Roe v. Wade. So, what's true? Number 1, women facing an ectopic pregnancy won't receive needed medical attention. An ectopic pregnancy occurs when an embryo implants in the woman's fallopian tube instead of in the uterus. Sadly, there is no way to save a tiny baby when it has implanted outside the uterus. As any medical professional would tell you, an ectopic pregnancy must be ended surgically or medically to save the life of the mother. Medical professionals would also tell you that it is not an abortion because the intent is not to directly and deliberately end the life of the baby, but instead to save the life of the mother. Number 2, women won't receive medical care during a miscarriage. Just like with ectopic pregnancy, pro-abortionists claim women having a miscarriage might not receive proper care in a post-Roe world. Dr. Christina Francis is a board-certified OBGYN and CEO-elect of the American Association of Pro-Life Obstetricians and Gynecologists. She says she is unaware of any physician who, with good training in the field of OBGYN, would consider that an ectopic pregnancy or treating a miscarriage was an abortion. Simply put, medical intervention following a miscarriage is not an abortion. It completes a process that occurred unintentionally in which the unborn child has already died. Abortion, in contrast, deliberately and intentionally ends the life of that child. Conflating the two procedures is disinformation. Number 3, women will be prosecuted for having an abortion. Pro-abortion activists claim that women who seek to have an abortion could be prosecuted in court for doing so, but this argument has no legal ground to stand on. Not a single state in America has a law pertaining to the prosecution of women who have abortions. Even in states like Tennessee, Utah, and Florida that don't allow abortion in most cases, there is no law to prosecute the woman. Instead, the abortion provider is prosecuted. The pro-life movement believes in caring for the woman and her unborn baby because abortion harms babies and women. Number 4, data from apps could be used to prosecute women for abortions. After Roe v. Wade was overturned, women were told to delete their period tracker apps from their phone. Pro-abortion activists said the data could be used to show that a woman had been pregnant and then had an abortion, and a woman could be prosecuted for this.
Now, privacy experts are concerned that data from apps like Flow and Clue could potentially be used to identify someone that's seeking an abortion.
We have already established that there are no laws in the country to prosecute women who have an illegal abortion. But even if data from a period tracker app was subpoenaed to be used against the abortion provider, it's unclear how that data could be relied upon because users input information without the oversight of a medical professional, and many users of period tracker apps don't input information consistently. The left knows that fear is a powerful tool, so let's call this claim what it is: fear-mongering. Number 5, guns have more rights than women do. You have likely seen a pro-abortion activist holding a sign that says something like, "Women's bodies are more regulated than guns." But the Constitution specifically gives rights to men and women, not inanimate objects like guns. Guns can't vote. Women can. And ladies, you don't want to be treated like a gun, needing a special permit to enter a store or an airport. And the Constitution explicitly protects the Second Amendment right to gun ownership, but it protects no such right to abortion. Even liberal scholars could never justify a constitutional basis for Roe v. Wade. Number 6, women are fetal vessels now. Women dressed in red capes and white bonnets from The Handmaid's Tale. Headlines that read, "Life after Roe will be worse than we feared." Pro-abortion activists have been clear. Without Roe, women are second-class citizens. But if the crux of women's rights hinge on abortion, we should have told women like Susan B. Anthony and Ida B. Wells Barnett just not to bother with their activism. If women have to have abortion to be free and equal to men, pro-abortion activists are downgrading women to be nothing more than baby makers, the very thing they claim to be fighting against. Women don't need to be able to end the life growing inside them to be free and powerful. For decades, women have been able to give the baby inside them life and still achieve greatness in every sphere of society. And they have been able to achieve all this despite what 7 men in 1973 once believed.